Hi, I'm Mike Antonacci, and I'm here to help you become the hero God is calling you to be. Today's video is about prayer and about distractions, because that is a super common thing that happens in prayer. I'm taking a prayer class at my parish. It's about deepening your interior life, and a lot of the stuff I'm learning is simple yet profound, which is true of a lot of the things in the spiritual life. You're tempted to say, oh yeah, I've heard that all before, but then at a certain point it sinks in at a way deeper level. So one example of that is God loves you. And you can either react by saying, yeah, I know, or yeah, I've heard that before. And both of those are true. You do know, and you have heard that before. But sometimes there's it's a very felt experience of God's love where you're like, no, wait, guys, you don't get it. God loves you. And then everyone else looks at you kind of like, yeah, we know. Like, no, you don't know. You don't get it. And just kind of like smile and nod there. So a lot of the prayer class that I'm in is like that. Whenever you learn about prayer, whether it's like reading in the writings of the saints, or maybe it's in the catechism, or maybe even blog posts, or just talking to people who do pray, one of the things that comes up a lot is distractions. The distractions are really common, and a lot of the people who are smarter and holier than I say, don't freak out too much about distractions, which is way easier said than done. But also, I never really had a good explanation of why distractions aren't a huge deal. Here's kind of the mindset I had going into it. And I would have used these words, but I'm going to call the assumption out as it is. The assumption is that prayer is a performance. And when I'm distracted, I'm not performing well. And therefore, distractions are bad. But reading the smart and holy people we call saints, they don't think of it that way, where distractions is kind of like this fly buzzing around and you're just ignore it and it'll go away. Or, you notice you're distracted, come back, don't beat yourself up over it too much, because doing that makes you even more distracted. But again, I had never really had a really big, insightful way of understanding it until this class. One of the lines in one of the handouts we had just very simply said, God is not distracted by your distractions. Wow. That made things click. Because that sort of view that God isn't distracted by our distractions, my distractions are just mine, they're not his. Prayer is two people. Prayer is a relationship rather than prayer being a performance. So even if I am distracted, God isn't. He's there, fully attentive, looking at me. And so if I'm distracted, then immediately come back, I'm focusing again on that relationship. And that's really what prayer is about. Wow. God is not distracted by your distractions. Yes, be a hero today.